Hello everyone and welcome back to another fantastic episode of My Time at Sandrock. We are doing stuff today. It feels like it has been so long since our last stream, and it's only been our normal day off on the weekend, but it has been a fun-filled, event-tastical weekend day off here in the place that I'm currently at. So that's pretty crazy and pretty awesome and pretty wonderful. Thank you all for joining me again today. Zelda Elise, thanks for checking in. Me, thanks for checking in. That's I'm gonna thank me as well because I'm feeling strange today. Yeah, for those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We are here Monday through Saturday at roughly sometime in the PM Central Time. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the stream schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter if you want to see what we look like over there. Otherwise, we're going to get rolling today. The fact that I'm here and we haven't had to change our stream for today is a good indication that I got my plumbing project done that I was working on. Yeah, that was an ordeal. Basically 3 years plus 2 days in the making, and little bit of unplanned help. Sorry, Mom. But we got it done, and I do appreciate her being around to help out on that one. So that was pretty great. So basically, to recap that, for those of you that don't know what I was doing, and a lot of you probably don't, I had a cast iron, I guess it was technically a soil stack originally in the house that we're working on. And it was, of course, runs from the basement up through the roof. It's a single-story house with attic. It was a long pipe. It was roughly 6, 12, 18, 20-ish feet, probably. And then it had a T on the bottom. Well, at some point, renovations had been done prior to my involvement in the house. And, hello. Still loading in there, Mian. Gotcha. Prior to my involvement, renovations had been done on the plumbing line that went out to the sewer. The drainage. And they converted to PVC, and then they did a really dumb, don't do this, thing in the yard, and dropped everything at like a 45-degree angle to get it down to where the actual drainage line was in the yard. Absolute nightmare of a time for backups and things. Yeah, knowing that it's there makes it easier to ensure that things are, for lack of a better term, flushed through properly. And that's about as graphic as we're gonna get on that. But
which way should we go? Up to you.
Yeah, it was yeah. So that's problematic. But what they did is they cut off the cast iron right at the T, which was the base of this pipe that runs up through the floor and through the roof and everything, and tied into that with a rubber flex coupling, like a fern coat. Perfectly fine, technically up to code. That was probably the most code fitting thing that they did. But it was bronze pipes. Oh, I didn't have enough material to build it. Got it. It was problematic because it's like this. I felt like 1,200-pound pillar of iron that was literally just functioning as a vent on the system. There was no actual drainage through it except for a a temporary tap in from some other plumbing that we did, that I had to run through the back of the, or the end of it, the clean out. It used to be an old clean out. Again, temporary, not code, but it was gonna be changing once they did the rest of the drainage line. So we need to go hunting for iron ore. Gecko Station. Okay. We had, hey TGMS, welcome. We had that that giant vent stack. It's a 4-inch cast iron pipe, and it was neat because every time it would hail, you would get this really kind of adorable, almost plinko sound effect of the ice crystal bouncing around on the inside of it as it fell down to the bottom. But it really needed to go because it was shedding on the inside, and it caused buildup in the bottom of that T, and it was just a nightmare. Absolute pain. So nothing on the calendar here. Okay, so we can go to the ruins. It's high noon on a whatever Saturday. Ooh, I need to go do my inspection first. Okay, we'll do the inspection and then we'll go to Gecko Station. So yeah, this 4-inch cast iron pipe falling in the way. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go. So I climbed up there and I started, I started smashing. And the pipe actually came down really quickly and comparatively easily. We'll take, and I didn't break anything that wasn't supposed to be broken. So that was good. Oh, I can't take any more of them. I'm working on another one somewhere. So it came down well, but we had some problems in the installation.
Hey there.
Hi. Oh, it's you, Danby. Gotcha. And I had to finagle a flex coupling into a place where I didn't really want to, but I think it's sealed, and it's technically just a vent portion of the area. I dropped it down from a 4-inch cast to a 3-inch PVC because, according to code, you're only required to have a minimum primary vent size equal to the diameter of your largest pipe on the line. And the main line going out to the city sewer was a 3-inch PVC. So I'm like, let's get that cast iron out of there. Turns out, Schedule 40 PVC is still kind of heavy-ish. It's way lighter than cast, but it is still not light when you've got 17 feet of it coupled into the ceiling and you're trying to hold on to it with one hand while you put a screw into the strapping to hold it on the wall. Yeah, but we got there and it was mostly good. If you don't look at my flex coupling, everything else looks absolutely gorgeous. Like the best trade deal in history. It was great. The flex coupling, yeah, it's Bruno. It's our plumbing Bruno. We don't talk about it, like at all. I was going to do inspections. That's right. Which is kind of ironic because I've been talking about it a lot. So, all in all, very little bloodshed. I took one nail to the knuckle and bashed my head involuntarily against floor joists about 7 times. Oh, and roof rafters. I did that a few times too, walking through the attic. He's still green and it's funny. Is that officially puce? Is that puce colored? I don't remember. Everybody thinks puce is green because it's like nasty or something, but it's actually not a green color if I remember right. Okay, I pushed the wrong button and messed that up. Clickety click. Ooh, this is awful. How am I supposed to know what's wrong here? Also, what even is this thing? Oh, there's a something. Cool. Bird swing. Nito burrito. That's gonna be an emote eventually. Nope. But yeah, the TLDR, I survived. Very little bloodshed. All is good. And everything drains without leaking. First try. The only exception may be the point where the stuff is in the roof. I still gotta wait on some more rains for that to make sure that it's good, but... And then I was gonna rebuild the gap around in the floor and the ceiling. Ooh, that's a big thing. To fill in the difference between the outside diameter of 4-inch cast iron and the outside diameter of 3-inch PVC. But it really wasn't that far, even after I had to chop up the floor a little bit to kind of flex the pipe into place. So I just backfilled it with spray foam. See it? I mean, it seals it up. It'll work. I'll cut it off if I have to, and then I can paint it floor colored, and nobody will ever know. But I did finally get the painting done in the bathroom, because that was a thing I couldn't get to since there was a pipe in the way. And some of the, what was it? There was something. What was this something? Oh yeah, there's peeling wallpaper in the corner really, really bad. So I cut all that out and painted green. It was great. I was so happy when I ran that water through it for the leak down test. And it didn't leak. And I flushed everything. And I ran the sink down it. Ran a full load of water down the sink, and it didn't leak. And I was so glad. Mostly that it was over. Many projects, yeah. Seems like it's never ending almost. But one step at a time, and we get there eventually. This fan isn't going to fan very well because there's no blade on it. That's probably what I should mark. There's no blade on here. No. Oh, there's 3 items? Come on now. But I was doing good with 2. Oh, shit. That was... It's almost embarrassing, some of how obvious these are. Those words are things. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay, we did that. Probably not going to worry about inspections tomorrow. Oh, I could... Since we're here and we like money. What else am I working on? We're halfway through installing the shower. Maybe a third of the way through installing the shower. There was a bathtub already there. A skirted cast iron tub that they use like cement or concrete to build in the side of it to make it look like an alcove tub. Really rough. Also an excessive amount of weight. So we're working on putting up a cement board for that, because I pulled off all the lath and plaster and insulated it properly because it just had blown in cellulose. So it's got rock wool in there now, and I tucked rock wool in around the tub so the tub itself is insulated. Brilliant plan right there. Helps reduce heat loss if you're soaking after a long day. And
hey there.
so we're doing that, and then after that's in, I have to do all the mortar and taping on the joints. and then coat everything with Red Guard to get a full waterproof barrier on it. And then we're putting up a product called Swanstone. It's like a synthetic polymer paneling, in a sense. It's not like your awkward green shower paneling. It's a lot beefier, and it's actually, thankfully we got ours as a spare from a relative, but it's actually really expensive at retail price. It was kind of frightening, but it sounds like it's a really good product. So you glue it into place and then everything's happy. And I got a massive, like, foot wide square range shower head that we're gonna be putting in there. And the tub spout, it's like a scoop shaped spout, satin brushed nickel on everything, because I'm a major fan of that metal finish on stuff. It is the tub filler said it was like, I want to say it was like capable of 16 gallons per minute. Maybe it was 6, but it was some exorbitant value of how fast it could actually fill the tub. It's like, I hope that doesn't just hit the back slope wall of the tub and just blurb. As some kind of a water vortex or something. But it was pretty cool. And it's got, I installed, because the cast iron tub, it's not real deep. It's deeper, but it's not real deep. And one of my complaints with it was that I'm not a small guy, and being able to actually soak in a tub that's not real deep without hitting the overflow drain is really dreadful, especially when this particular one had the original faucet was actually built into the end of the tub. So you've got 3 holes there, the 2 handles and the faucet, well, 4 holes, I guess, as well as the overflow. It was a nightmare, absolute pain. I sealed them up, but the overflow, since you kind of got to have that so you don't make a flood the bathroom. I found this item, and I don't know the brand on it, but there is. Let me get the right level here. That iron, sweet. We can start at level 1. It's an overflow valve or overflow port, I guess, but it's adjustable. It's got 3 different settings, so depending on where you rotate the face of it, you can change the water level. You can't even fit in a tub. Just curl up into like a snake. Just boing. So this little thing, you can actually twist it all the way around and actually disable the overflow. So definitely something to not forget that it's that way. But as far as functionally speaking, you can actually fill the tub completely and get a legit soak going, which is so awesome because I don't remember the last time I had a tub that I could actually soak in. So that was pretty cool, and a lot cheaper and easier than replacing the entire tub, because I would have had to smash that tub to get it out of there. There's no way it would have gone out through the door in one piece, which I guess is kind of consistent with the other iron-based projects. The pipe. I'm looking at you, pipe. Other projects include, well, the studio. Working on that. All the walls are coming down, and the ceiling as well. I may actually take, the structure of that wall with the door on it down, so I can rip the floor out. Because the floor here and the floor in the next room are tied together. I want to redo the floor, and I'm going to, at least under the studio, I'm going to insulate under the floor. Got working on getting rock wool lined up for all of that, which will help with sound dampening and insulation, of course. And Then all the walls, which you probably can't see. The mini split unit's going to be a pain in the butt with that because it's already mounted to the wall. But the plan is to put rock wool in all the walls, so it's betterer. I'm going to update some of the way the outlets are run, as well as the Ethernet coming in for the network. And I'm going to repaint. I've got this cool, well, this color here. I believe it's called Hidden Sapphire. It's a Benjamin Moore color preview, or color stories color. Wonderful color. Nice, real deep color. It's a matte finish, so we don't get weird glares. Because this green wall back here, this is going to stay, well, be replaced. It'll be green in the end. So I have a built-in green screen here in the studio. And eventually things are going to get pushed back as far as my filming and stuff goes. So I can focus kind of back there and be able to implement that green screen into our both our streams and our videos and stuff that we do. So of course with that, it's getting repainted the same green color, just in a matte finish. And the door and all the trim, in order to coordinate it, because the green is a pretty sharp contrasty color. All the door and all the trim is going to be the same color green, just in a semi-gloss. So it's a little more durable, easier to clean, but it coordinates well with the rest of the room and helps to tie it together. Hopefully both the lights will be, I've actually got two, I'm pretty sure I have two. So one more of these track lights that are up here, and I'm going to get a bunch more heads for them, as long as I can find somebody that sells heads that aren't assemble yourself heads, because that was kind of unfortunate. Ordered a kit of fixture heads from Amazon, and they come in and every one of them has got a screw loose in it. I'm like, yeah, it seems consistent that maybe the manufacturer has a screw loose. So that's going to give me really good lighting for making the green screen work well, because you've got to have really even lighting on that, both on your person and on your green wall. Almost can't trust what you get on Amazon at all. Yeah, it's sometimes hit and miss on that one. Thankfully, their return, as long as it's not like a mega third-party seller or something, and this one was, but it was still okay. They've got a really good return policy. Phone autocorrect is crazy. Yeah, those Amazon phones, they be autocorrected. This is oh, this looks like an iron deposit. Cool. I was wondering what kind of ground material was iron, because I've seen the copper. This stuff is copper. I don't know why it's prioritizing things that aren't the thing I'm looking at. Anyway, so yeah, the studio, that's doing a thing. I've got flooring for the dining room. Is actually some salvaged floating floor, like a blonde oak looking stuff. Nice looking thing. I think it'll tie in the floor pretty well, and I've got to paint all the walls everywhere, but that's mostly cosmetic. Oh yeah, the other thing, the bedroom, the master bedroom. The plan, and it's another huge ordeal because it's massive and it's lath and plaster, is to rip all of the wall surfaces down and insulate them with rock wool, because I've got on this rock wool kick, and got a decent supplier for it. So I can, one, help mitigate road noise, because there's annoying people that drive by, and try and better insulate the room itself. And also, in the process, the cool thing about ripping all the walls off, the wall surfaces at least, is you get to put in blocking wherever you want it. So if there's stuff you want to hang up, if there's TVs you want to hang on the wall, if you want to put a trim perimeter piece all the way around the top edge of the room so you have a place to hang stuff, by golly, you certainly can. And it's even better when you've recently ripped the deck off the back of the house and replaced it with a salvaged architectural stone that you made into a patio, because then you already have a large portion of your blocking lumber that is pressure treated and suitable for not rotting or having bugs eat it. So that's also fun. So that, yeah, bedroom revamp. I've got floor finish and floor stain plan. I don't have the floor stain yet for it. I'm wanting to go with moon. I'm gonna cheat. Don't tell Cabot, but Cabot has this exterior deck finish. It is called Moonlit Mahogany, from their Cabot Gold, I believe, line. Absolute gorgeous color. Fell in love with it. The only probably cooler one, which is ironically warmer in tone, is the Fireside Cherry, which is a really red color. But it's actually been discontinued, so it doesn't exist anymore. And it wouldn't have coordinated well with the... Well, it probably would, because there's some kind of cool red tones going to be on the paint in there. But the Moonlit Mahogany had a more neutral overall appearance. So that's the plan for the color in there, and then of course I'm gonna fill gaps and stuff and refinish it. I'll do that. You don't have to stain, or because it's a stain, you don't have to put a finish over top of it because it's designed for the deck. But because one, I'm using it inside and you're not supposed to, and two, I don't really want to have to refinish it like you would normally if you had it outside. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 coats of a standard floor finish over there and get it up to a really nice high glossy shine, because I like everything shiny. It fascinates me. But that'll help to protect it and give it a nice coat that way. Yeah, and then the walls in there, that kind of takes care of the bedroom. Better lighting and stuff, but I'll deal with that when I get there. It's mostly cosmetic. It's cool how interested I get in things. You spend most of your brain power worrying all day. Well, don't get me wrong, I do a lot of that too. I just I cram like 6 days worth of brain functionality all into each day, and then 90% of the time nothing gets done. And then I have to do things like this weekend and just buckle down and spend almost, well, I think it was 12 hours, at least 12 hours the first day, and probably close to that. It might have been more than 12. Felt like it was more than 12. Well, it was till, what was it, 4 a.m.? And I got started at 9 a.m., so it was almost like 20 hours. A lot happens in our minds, but how much actually gets done precisely. If we could just inverse that those quantities, we'd all be a lot better off. It's like I don't need to think about stuff so much as long as the stuff's getting done. Just So that is that stuff. Oh, I guess the other thing that's kind of tied to the master bedroom. There's no basement under the master bedroom. It's just a crawl space on that side of the house. Let me read this and then I'll finish that thought. Levi, guess what? I found 2 cool as heck books. Turns out Howlett wrote some Monster Hunter handbook. One's got all these cool pictures. I've been reading it a whole load. He's real good at drawing. Got traps, bait, beasts all drawn up. I'm gonna mess around with the easiest one he got there. Some salted fish soup. I ain't got no salted fish, though. If you get your hands on any, could you bring some my way? Thanks. Monster Hunt for Dummies. When you lived with your parents, you'd help with projects around the house all the time. You bought your own house and now you don't care. If it's just you, you don't feel motivated. I totally understand. Absolutely. 100% get it. On top of that, now you have to finance all the projects. Because that's part of my delay, is not only just getting around to it, but actually getting it together and getting all the stuff on hand. It's like so much. So that's But the crawl space situation, I need to fix that, but it's $500. I'll pass. It can wait for a while. It's just a squeaky door. What could happen? Oh, you mean the faucet drips a little bit and really needs to be replaced, but that's like a half day's work of time and labor, and also I have to find a faucet and stuff. I think it's okay. But back to the crawl space situation. The bedroom is a comparatively large room. I mean, it's not huge. There's nothing in the house that's huge. But wow, I can make 100 manganese steel bars. That's crazy. Go ahead and get those cooker in. And the size of the room is unfortunate. It's nice being larger, but the drawback is that the floor is not real solid, and not even the fact that it's a bedroom, just the floor in general. I hate when the floor is spongy. In the living room, I've got to work on that floor too, because there's some spongy areas and squeaky areas, and I don't know why, but it's almost pet peevey sort of thing. It just drives me insane when the floor is squeaky. Like literally put a screw through the carpet because it needs to stop. So the floor is pretty sponge sensory issue. Oh, I hope not. Am I out of juice? Not me in. This button. That's still me in. Try one more time. There we go. Wow, we are short on juice. Power stones. Now we're not short on juice. How are we on water? So the fixing the floor situation. Because it's just got the floor joists as far as the support that run underneath it. There's no carrier beam or anything, and I want to say it's like a 12 or 14 foot square room, approximately. Those numbers may be off. And I feel like that's large enough that it's supposed to have a carrier beam of some kind. But if you jump on the floor, not that you're necessarily going to be having a jungle gym there, but the problem is I have shelving units and things that are going to be in there, and they don't stay terribly stable when you have something tall and the floor wants to move, and I don't like that. So to fix that, I basically have to build a carrier beam for that floor and crawl into the crawl space and install it And in order to properly to code, which everything that I've done on this house, I do my best to do to code, or at least 90% to code, because thankfully we don't actually have inspections here. So if it collapses, it's just my fault. But I still trying to do it right, because obviously the code was put in place for a reason, good or bad. It's there. So I want to crawl in there, or I want to put in this carrier beam for that, and also footings and lally columns, the cement filled kind, because you can't use a temporary, like an adjustable jack post, in a permanent structural situation. Again, code issues. I've dug way farther into the International Residential Building Code than I ever wanted to be. But I'm like, okay, we can do this. This isn't too bad. Well, I don't like spiders. One drawback of crawling in a crawl space. But I mean, like, I can dust cobwebs and stuff out. I can spray for bugs and generally deal with that.
Gives me a fuzzy feeling inside.
But also the whole crawling in there with a potentially several 100-pound support beam, carrier beam, does not sound too entertaining. So the next compounding problem with that means cutting a hole through the wall that used to be old foundation, because this is part of an add-on to the house, and digging out the soil in the crawl space and underpinning the house so it doesn't fall down on top of me. Which means lots of concrete and lots of time and lots of ouch, and yeah. So that's been a fun, slightly delaying process. And the worst part about doing this stuff, the renovations upstairs in the bedroom, is I really need to have that carrier beam in place before I refinish the floor, because there's a good possibility that that's going to flex the floor, and I don't want to put a hard polyurethane floor finish on the floor and then go flexing it and have it crack my brand new finish. So that's kind of on a mega I'll deal with this later sort of situation. And
we can change
yeah,
the future.
wow, lots of
Why would
talking
the
all at
lad
once.
want me to be so bored?
Thanks. All right, I reckon everything's just about ready. Gonna make that soup and find me some beasties.
Good morning, everyone.
You go enjoy your fish soup. But that kind of summarizes the main floor stuff. Now the basement. The basement's a whole nother ordeal. It's mostly just an open expanse of basement, concrete floor. There was a big hole in the foundation, straight to dirt, in the bottom foundation, not the side foundation, where they had the old stove that heated the house, because the house has been around that long. It had an actual like wood-fired stove in there, and they changed that out for a floor furnace, which, good or bad, it's effective. And there wasn't really an option for doing like a HVAC ventilation and ductwork and stuff, because there wasn't room in the stuff, the walls and everything, you know. So that's there, and there was that hole, and I'm like, no, this isn't gonna happen. So something like, I don't know, 4 years ago, I don't remember, before I started the plumbing project, I got the concrete together and the rebar and dug out the dirt that was there and compacted the soil. It was super dry dirt, and of course it's probably never seen the light of day since the house was built. Found a what was it? There was something, a tiny little plastic figurine. It was kind of kind of funny. Like a bird or something. I don't remember what it was. But got that cleaned out of there, put gravel in, compacted it back in, and then filled it back up with cement or concrete and smoothed it all up and made it beautiful so there's no hole in the foundation anymore.
Look at us. We look like a
But
couple straight out of a movie.
that overall, the basement's completely unfinished. It's just a big open room. I knocked down a couple of walls that were in the way and unpleasant quite a while back, but otherwise it's just open. And one corner of it's going to be a movie theater eventually. One corner of it's going to be kind of like well, depending on if I dig out the crawl space, because that may change the layout some. One quarter of it's going to be kind of like a creative craft sort of room. I'll put my sewing machine in there so I can tailor my clothes as I need to. Because the pants I order for work, they only come in one length, and so I have to cut them down and adjust them. So that'll kind of be one room, and then the main area will just be kind of a utility sort of area, not really going to be finished or anything. It'll be where the stairs are, so if I need storm shelter sort of thing, that's kind of built in. And then the last corner, which is by the main water supply coming into the house, there's actually a T as it comes in. House sounds like it's going to be amazing. That's the plan for sure. I always when I remember when I was a kid, kind of drawing up my dream house plans. If I got to randomly build my own house for free from scratch, sort of thing, and they included things like bowling alleys and like 3 different basements, because why not, and probably a swimming pool somewhere and all kinds of goofy stuff. But I've kind of been trying to do something sort of like that with the footprint that I've got. Of course, for most of the HVAC stuff, like I've got in here, the bedroom and the studio are run off from a mini split unit that I actually installed myself and was quite incredibly proud of, and it's absolutely wonderful, except for it smells like socks sometimes, but that may be a operator issue. Even after it's been freshly cleaned, it still sometimes smells like socks. But it seems like the internet thinks that maybe that's a symptom of mini splits sometimes. But I've noticed it on standard like whole home air conditioner systems too sometimes, so it's not real surprising. It's just worse when it's concentrated in the studio. But there's going to be another one going in on the other side of the house, in place of the 220 air conditioner that I've got in the living room, and that will supply the cooling for the living room, and then I'll split off from that down into the basement, into the air handlers for the movie theater, because if you're going to have a movie theater, you have to be able to make it frigid so your toes are numb by the time your movie's done. That's just, I mean, that's obligatory, basically. And then the other corner of that room, or that basement area, by where the water comes in, because there's a T and it taps off to a valve, so you've basically got an indoor access with a hose to water. So if the house catches on fire, I can fight the fire from inside. That's my story. That's really not the goal, but that's a possibility. But I'm going to use that kind of section, quadrant, I guess, of the basement. Hey, things are growing up. My cactus! As my lab, workshop sort of area. Don't do drugs, kids. It's not a drug lab. but I do have kind of a science-y mind and enjoy some of that stuff. Kind of like the making rubies in the microwave situation. That's going to be my place where I can do experiments, and I can hopefully get a fume hood of some kind set up and be able to do things. I've got some lapidary plans. I'd like to do some... I got a rough emerald, and like actually in the matrix and everything, and just by hand, and it was so painful. But I cleaned it out of the matrix and I sanded it down, and I actually was able to facet this emerald into a very basic shape, and polished it up, and it's gorgeous. It's so wonderful. But I had a blast with that too, and it's such a simple thing that you can get involved in, gemstone faceting and everything. And I like rocks and things are fun to mess with and polish and everything. If they have kids, they're going to have a blast with that. It's funny. They're gonna have to earn their access. Nah, I'm obviously only joking, but yeah, it's I'm sure they would be. I mean, just having a movie theater in the house, that alone would be intense. Now the problem is if they want all their friends to come over, and then, but that basement area. I also wanted to, of course, it's gonna run out of space in a hurry.
Look at us.
Wanted
We
to
look
throw
like a
some
couple straight out of a movie.
some old school arcade machines down there, because I'm kind of a gaming nerd, gaming geek, one of those words, and I love the arcade games. I'll never have to leave. It's all there. Yeah. Yeah. Which is not really much different than how things currently are, so par for the course, I guess. Yeah. But then, yeah, the studio will be linked up. I'll run... I've got, I think it's Cat 7. I've got a roll of Cat 7 internet cable. Whatever the newest one that is actually internet cable is, it's not the newest cable that exists, because the newest one is kind of fraudulent, and expensive and kind of pointless for residential applications, but it's one step below that. It's like 10 gigabit or something rated over short runs and everything. It's huge cable, but that's gonna run... I'm gonna run access to the network down to like the theater and to the different areas, so
Look
that's all
We look
integrated.
Like a couple straight out of a movie.
So I can pull up my streaming stuff on it and just have a wonderful time. As actually part of the movie theater situation was going to be at least one row, if not maybe two, depending on the spacing and the price, and whether I can set up a platform sort of thing in there so I can have two different layers. But I was gonna get a row of actual like home theater seats, so they're super comfortable and very like theater-esque, and set everything up that way. I was even gonna on the one side, if I didn't build a wall on that side, and even if I did, I was gonna get a red kind of classic theater curtain sort of look going. Just a big heavy curtain to help with sound control, and lots of grandiose plans that are
Why did you get out so fast? Wait for me.
way outside of anything I should really ever be planning to do, but hey, they say it's good to dream. And I mean, I really, as much as I planned on having some of the other things done that I've done, there's legitimately some of them that I never actually expected I'd get done. This plumbing job was a challenging one. And I simply didn't think I'd ever end up having time. But eventually it all works out, and hopefully eventually I won't have to be running the second job and can focus on just having fun all the time. And that will maybe free up some time, and also maybe not free up some time. May make me more busy. Both are entirely possible. But yeah, keeps me out of trouble, I guess. And I like to say it's cheaper than doing drugs, but honestly I don't know, because I have no frame of reference, and also don't do drugs, kids. It's probably better than doing drugs. Probably. Again, all drug references and comments about drugs for legal purposes are for comedic effect and have no real world application. Reminder, don't do drugs, kids. You know, it was someday, because since all of these go up to YouTube, somebody's gonna clip comments like that out and be like, "Oh, he said doing drugs would be better than doing renovations on his house," and it's like, well, if you were the one involved in the renovations. Hi, Kuru, welcome. Tried the ganja a couple times, not for you. This is probably going to go ahead and show how naive I am. I don't know what that is, but I'm glad it's not for you. Yeah, Kuru walks in right as the drug discussion starts. Also, random side information from the adventure this weekend. It turns out that hanging off from the peak of the roof with one arm, like literally just, I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm kind of shocked that AutoMod didn't snag that, because it is set real spicy, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, random information. Hanging off from the peak of the roof with one arm while hanging onto a backpack and trying to do whatever I was doing up on the roof, it really puts a strain on all of these side muscles here. They are unhappy with me today. And it doesn't help that I was basically falling down the roof while I was doing it. Yeah, that was an adventure. Somebody should have built the roof less pointy. A flatter roof would have been nice. Not too flat, of course, because we still need that standard building code drainage grade. But yeah, just not quite so whatever it is. Good muscle stretch. It was... I don't think I would call any part of that good, but it definitely muscle stretch. And on the bright side, it's probably not muscles I use very often, so it was probably good to hang from them for a few hours and see what happens to them. They didn't fall off, and they obviously weren't so atrophied that they just like snapped. At least I didn't hear any like rubber band sounds. The ligament separates from my shoulder or something. There may be something actually wrong with me. Like, legitimately actually wrong with me. Ouch, indeed. I was gonna see where our commission stuff is. 6 days on that one. 2 days on the Cactus Man. So, Hey, look, I happen to... let me get this rock out of here. I happen to have a... Aww. What did I do? Well, I don't think it was that important. I thought that was my planting kit. But apparently I can use a toolbox to get power stones. Did not know that was a thing. Okay. Harvesta. Do not take Harvesta if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Contact your doctor before stopping Harvesta, or your plants may shrivel up and die. Side effects include nausea, dizziness, headaches, brain trauma, and severe hemorrhaging of the face and shoulder region. If you experience any of these symptoms, please contact your doctor. But make sure you only do so at your doctor's convenience. Also, hot coffee may cause burns. I don't want to do BioCrust here. I want to stick with the straw. Because I'm gonna save the BioCrust for later. Was it getting late? Oh, that's what that was saying. Cool. Once I get more of a better planting area figured up, then that's when I'll get the BioCrust involved. Because I think it's fancier soil than what I've currently got. So, let's see what I can plant over here. How about some sand rice? How about some sand leek? I hate it when my sand leaks. How about some tomato? The layout it chooses is so weird. It's like, couldn't you put that somewhere more useful? Instead of just right in the middle of the place that takes all of my 2x2s out of commission. 2x2 and 3x3. Oh, some raspberry. So raspy. And now we're out of seeds that I can plant in those areas, because everything else is a 1x1. Water. Nobody else wants the water? Ooh, guess what? It's about to be sleepy time. Can I get this done before sleepy time? Maybe? Yes, yes. No. Go. Inside. Go. Dodge. Duck, dive, and roll. Go. No! I'm gonna have raccoon face. Panda face. It was literally at the foot. Aw. Trudy and Jasmine's big day out failed? Well, that's unfortunate. Hello. I really wish I had a bronze plate, Levi. You don't have one to spare, do you? Well, let me take a look at this here inventory of mine, and sure enough, it doesn't look like I have one, but I think we can fix that up right quick. Don't mind me, my Bogan Jack accent showed up again, and it's gonna take over for a little bit. Hello.
Ugh, fishy.
Yep, it smells fishy. I can smell it from here.
Dang, that's strong.
Yeah, you got this thing that's really excited about whatever you're making.
No, kitty. Bad kitty. This is the soup for the monsters. Get out of here.
Hey, look. Field poop. What in the chicken is that?
Hey, Big Ducky. Over here. I got some food for you. Eat as much as you want.
Elsie, get away quick!
Chicken jockey!
You get off my ranch! It's outside, duck boy!
Well, that probably hurt.
Gosh dang rutabaga! You get away from my wine!
Stop it! Pa, Ma's hurt. Ma? Ma?
Chicken jockey!
I should have shot that dang duck. Mabel, come on, let's get you to the dock. Come on, Mabel, let's go see the dock.
Are you just gonna stand there and keep saying that, or are you actually going to go?
I'm coming too.
You done enough, missy. Just wait for me to get back.
Would have been fine if they hadn't got involved.
Oh, it hurts.
Yes, falling from a duck will do that to a person. Well, now we're out here. Didn't really ask to be out here, but okay. Chicken jockey.
I'm out of breath already. Too much time in the workshop.
I still haven't seen the Minecraft movie, in case anybody is going to question me about my reference there. Are you ready to grow up there, rhino cactus? Rhino virus? Make me more. Make me more. Make me more. Is that... Am I gonna run out of graphite? I'm gonna run out of graphite. No. Oh well, I should still get enough quay weight up. And let's push this button. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I got enough. Let's see if I can. Rhino horn cactus. And that is what is here, right? Rhino horn cactus. Oh, it's got 5 days left on it. Well, ain't that just unfortunate? Okay, well. I don't know what's better, to cancel a mission or to fail the mission. Okay, because I literally can't get this anywhere else, so I'm gonna go ahead and give up the mission. Sorry. Because there was no way. Look at the money on this thing. That's some tasty money. In case anybody wanted that uncomfortable sound in their ears. One. I quite literally just need one more rod, and there's one here. Look at that. Whoop. Ta-da! Look at me carry this big old thing. You saw how big that was. It must be a giant. Alright, let's go turn it. Before we do that, I want to get the bronze plate going for my man. Make a one. So you know how you know how my kind of default my idle animation music it has become the athletic theme from Super Mario Brothers 2. At least I've been calling it the athletic theme. I'm not sure if it's actually that, but I saw a video. I was on TikTok the other day, and I saw a video. Somebody was in their car and they heard something strange, and they opened the car door, and there's an ice cream truck rolling up, and it is playing the Super Mario Brothers 2 like athletic theme. They're like, that's not the right song.
Thank you.
It was quite entertaining. Almost as entertaining as a pile of sea pancakes. Yay! I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row. Boing, boing, boing. Big one, small one, some as big as your head. I don't know what's wrong with me. They haven't developed a test to find out. Okay, cast iron rod, you are getting backburnered. I need my bronze plate. I make some pew pew devices. Not yet, but if I click on this button and this button, I can get a few the pew pew. Oh, I guess I can only make one set of the pew pews. Does this require niter? This requires gunpowder. This one requires not gunpowder. None powder. Right, it those go into copper bullets. Because we need to go do the justice quest and find out what's making everybody green. But first, that's not what I wanted. Let's clean out my inventory. Hey, look, magnifiers. Tomato! Chip wheel model piece 3. That's oddly specific. Sandacuda in case I need some emergency stamina. I gotta get to level 40 so I can use the cat scratch axe. Because, I mean, Tony's doing good, but this one does better. Raspberry. With all the rasp. Okay. Is the plate done? Maybe. 2, 2, 1, go. No. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! Here you go. Hot off the press. You're welcome. Oh, wow. Ozdak rooster piece. I don't know what an Ozdak rooster is, but I got a piece of it, I guess. Thank you. Apparently that's an Ozdak rooster. Alrighty, we are gonna go on our adventure over here with Justice and the funny smelling air.
Feels great to exercise together, I'll say.
But first, I don't know the hotkey for the camera, so I can't let me take a selfie like I normally do when I say but first. You are completely useless as always, Ian. Did I know the guild commissioner before you ran away? Yes, because you've told me that story before. Anything super expensive. 10 days. Ooh. 5 days for 15. Ooh, you know we taking that meat stuffed mushroom quest. Yeah. We're gonna do it because most of these are things that can be brewing and cooking. Brouhaha. While we go do stuff. I'm gonna stop at the moon balloon. Because those are words and not the reverse direction of what they actually are. And buy all of your soy, because soy sauce is just Spanish sauce that's saying I am sauce. Also need all your salt. Ooh, friendship discount is beating the market price. Drool with joy. Oh. Like, do you add the joy with it, or is it just primarily drool? You know, I'm gonna get the flour and the sugar. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I'm gonna get it because I might need some. We'll get the mushrooms made moist, and we'll get hopefully the petrified wood going, and the cast iron pipe. I'm supposed to talk to Justice over here, but he's right there. And we're also gonna go over here and buy one of these. Buy all of your I am sauce. And let's buy all of your yes salt. Because it's just salt that's saying yes. Again, in Spanish, sí. Sea salt. Yes salt. Yes salt and I am sauce.
I'm out of breath already? Too much time in the workshop.
Oh, we probably need to pull some water. It's probably fine. I can make 30 meat stuffed mushrooms. But I'm only gonna make whatever I'm making. Quantity 12. Processor. Nice. The bullets. I don't have enough steel. Good thing I've got steel bars cooking over here. Some say it's a bargain, but I think it's steel. I need 5, I can make 2, but if I hop in here and I cancel this order, then I can get none of this going because I don't have any petrified wood in wood. Then I suddenly have enough steel to make these. I think the cast iron pipes were needed sooner than the other stuff, so that's cool and wonderful. The meat stuffed mushrooms will be done pretty quick, so we will deliver them because nobody wants liver in their mushrooms. That's why we're going to deliver them. Yay! No longer panda face. Boing, 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 boing.
Which way should we go? Up to you.
Scientifically proven that jumping over your meat stuffed mushrooms makes them stuff faster. 9. Wait till we get 11. As soon as it says 11, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Pull the lever, Gronk. Yes! They look like sand dollars. Sandrock dollars. Oh, this is unfortunate. Ernest placed an order for food with me so he could eat it at the restaurant in town. Your order has arrived, sir.
Wow, thank you so much.
Howdy.
Did I beat Mega Man Legends 2? Not yet. We left last week on a super mega cliffhanger, and this week should be, or well, presumably a super mega cliffhanger. It's a kind of cliffhanger for sure. And then this week we'll fight. I think it's Sarah that we're headed to
Feels great to
interact with,
together.
and
I'll
I
say.
imagine that's probably. He had to go before I got there. Gotcha. Yep, so we stopped right before we got to the end because it was about 15 minutes before the end of stream, our normal time anyway, and it was a really good spot to leave an awful cliffhanger for everybody watching after the stream, and watching on the stream as well, of course. But yeah, so next Friday, so this week we should finish it, I believe. Barring any additional activities that come up. So then we'll have to prepare for
You ready?
a new one.
Leon already brought us our protective suits this morning, so we're good to go.
This,
Be sure to bring some weapons.
this,
Not sure what we'll run into down there.
this me in right here. Let's roll out.
That's my line. But yeah, nothing to it but to do it. We're gonna go on ahead and wait for you there. Already got our suits on. Never can be too careful.
The gas is pretty far from here, Sheriff. Think we really need to wear them right now? It's hot.
Look, partner, know how I've been able to stick around for so long?
By being cool under pressure? Or having that never say die attitude? Maybe always defending the weak? I don't know.
Unsure is so clueless. It's perfect.
Right. I mean, no. By being careful. One slip up, and that's the end of it out here in the Yukon.
Sir, do you think this could be a trap? I always think everything could be a trap. That's probably why I'm still alive. Oh, that completed the mission. If I knew that was gonna do it, I wouldn't have even come. Yes, I should probably put my my funny pants on. I guess. Let's go to my here. I can do this and get all fancy. We're not ready for that yet. Ew, I guess I'll put my funny pants on. Let's go. You guys have fun with the hyena. I'm gonna go down here into Smogville.
I'm out of breath already? Too much time in the workshop.
Man, you're gonna wish that you had a suit. But okay, let's go. Don't turn green on me, alright? I got Tony. Think I can handle this.
Okay, here we go. Make sure all your suits are on tight. Find the source of the goo and stop it. That's our mission.
I wish the plier imp would leave us alone when we're not in a cutscene.
What a view. From afar, I thought these pillars were rocks.
No, it's just rocks on top of industrial
There's always been
equipment.
some pollutants in this canyon from years of reckless salvaging, so we rarely venture down here now. But you know, this canyon's completely man-made. They just dug and dug until all that's left were these old world husks.
The power of man is both awe-inspiring and terrifying.
Getting philosophical?
I can't wrap my head around how the buildings of the old world were built sturdy enough to withstand both the day of calamity and the passing of time.
They're just built different.
Then, hundreds of years later, people go looking for these old buildings and created this canyon.
Yeah,
But then I think about how I stack rocks, and it all makes sense.
it does?
It just takes time and patience.
Alright, if you say so.
Yeah.
The Valley of Whispers is full of dangerous gases. Wear your protective suits. I'm gonna just charge right off from the cliff there. Oh, I guess there's not much of a cliff there. Cool. Sorry, Mian, you're gonna get smoggy.
Holding your hand like this always gives me a fuzzy feeling inside.
Rats? I thought we took care of the rats.
Teareth this lodging apart until thee findeth her. The wench might not but be in hiding here somewhere. Smoketh her out.
We fought rats in Portia.
Halt! Who goeth there?
I go with here. And you're making it smell funnier. Ah, rats.
What indues thee here? What is thy quest?
Thy quest? Thou art thy topic of my mine quest heretofore.
Saveth thy breath. Thou art the princess's guardeth, nay doubteth, working for mine own stepdaughter.
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna get talking.
I've heard enough. Guards, seize those folk.
I'm gonna beat up some rats. Band of rats.
The fumes from the gas leaks art making thee dizzy? Yeah, careth not. Destroyeth them.
Destroy it.
We coming? Peace?
Nope, we come in violence. And we leave in victory.
Thee did knock out all mine own henchmen. I hate when people doeth that.
You're supposed to hate it when people do it that.
We shall meeteth again, humans. And next timeth, We shall beasted prepare.
I don't know what 90% of those words mean. Yeah, just
So wait,
let me teleport.
these rap
Sir, it seems we stumbled into some sort of mutant rodent political conflict.
okay. Let's just keep our eyes on the prize. Plug up the pipe. We'll think about how to keep the rodents out later. All right, we got your back. Roll out. Well, here we are.
Be careful.
Prepare.
Nice one, Builder.
Good
Thanks.
job. That's one. But it looks like there might be more than one leak. Let's look around.
Ooh, I got slimy. Also, I'm gonna take this aluminum scrap while I'm here. There's aluminum. Oh, do be light. Oh, there's a box up here. My box. Gravity motor. That sounds valuable. Chop, chop, chop the squid. Chop, chop, chop the squid. Chop, chop, chop the squid. Disappoint my father. You guys enjoying your time with that mushroom? Oh, here, let me
Thanks.
take care of you, Mian. Hi. I'm going up the ladder, I'm going up the ladder, I'm going up the ladder. You know, the fact that they animated this instead of just, I don't have an iron ladder. Instead of just like, poof, you're up the ladder. Is pretty cool in my book. Because like they totally could have just like well over at the squishy boat ruins where you just teleport up the ladder. Also, here's a ladder. Can't believe I need a ladder to build a ladder.
I'm out of breath already.
Supposed to just
Now I remember where I've heard about these rat people before. That rat lady was the queen of the Banda Rats. They're known for stealing minor objects of sentimental value. My rocks could be in danger.
Banda rats? Where'd you hear something like that?
Well, in efforts to keep up with Captain's stellar record of mouse catching, I decided to do a bit of research on mice, mices, and other mouse-related creatures.
I see. You know, I don't think anyone actually expects you to catch any mice, pal. It really is more of a cat thing. It's kinda the main reason we hired him in the first place.
You said it yourself, sir. A true Civil Corps hero knows every one of our duties inside and out, and can confirm any one of them on command if necessary.
Yeah, I did say something like that.
Hey, I've been up here before. When I was exploring previously, looking for the stuff that I didn't have, but I needed.
Civil Corps 2, weird poison gas, 0.
Nice work. Let's look around to see if there are any more leaks. Maybe we can get back to town in time for happy hour at the Blue Moon.
Isn't all the milk in town poisoned right now?
Good point.
It's a mushroom of mushrooms.
Feels great to exercise together. Thanks.
You're welcome, man. Glad I could help. Mind me just saving your bacon as always. Seems to be a largish leak in the leak place. Fixing the pipe. Fixing the pipe.
Nice one. This seems to be the last one.
This one's green.
You guys feel that?
A feeling of bonding? A feeling of accomplishment that comes with overcoming a challenge together? A feeling of friendship?
Yeah, that. But also, the air is still so thick, even through the suit. But we plugged all the leaks. What gives?
Maybe we can ask that guy.
This one?
Whoa!
Permission to treat target as hostile, sir.
It's a mutant, man.
I hate it when I'm right.
Ow. Ow. I mean, he's really not doing any damage to me at all, but, ow. Got him. Brutus. He'll go well with my Tony.
Not really. You kind of owned that guy.
You got a point.
Never mind that. Did this dude come out of the pop works? Glad you sealed him up. These old war pops are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You just spit out the ones that taste like coconut. Joking, of course. The coconut ones are some of the best ones.
Mission accomplished, sir?
Well, not exactly. All this goo is still here. And it's still giving off the weird green gas. Tell you one thing, we're gonna need more than a mop and bucket.
That's one song that I'm not going to launch into.
Seems this is the, consumer version of this here green goo. Looks like they were all ready to be shipped. Expiration date, CE 12,000.
So it's still good for another 11,320 years or so. Pass it this way.
Yeah, all right, pal.
To use, massage through hair and rinse well. Ooh, ingredients. I love reading these. Alkylamide beta. Wow, wonder what that is.
Alkaline betaine? Betaine? Is it betadine? Alkaline betadine? That would be weird. Be like an iodine mixture. Which obviously betadine is not directly iodine, but
My peach's great ghost. You got it.
Got it right here, sir.
No.
you just gave it to me.
All this gunk is right there in your hand.
The bottle, your glove, the magic that was in you all along.
Magic?
Whoa, it's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic, you know.
Come on, man. What are you talking about? With a list of ingredients, Director Chi will know exactly how this stuff is made. Then he can put it into the, I don't know, anti-chemical spline reticulation scanning thing.
I too have an anti-chemical spline reticulation scanny thing.
Then he can invent a thing to make it go away?
Make it goo away.
Bingo. Now you're on the trolley. And good call with that ingredients thing too, pal. That's flippin' teamwork.
There were a whole lot of voices there that weren't voices that were part of this discussion.
Just doing my job.
All right. I think we're ready to wrap this mission up. Can you take this container to Director Chi? Admittedly, we're following up on a hunch, but it's the best lead we got.
Hold on, I want to explore.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
We're just out here getting polluted and gooey and everything. Reno boss guy. How long should this last? I've been green 2 weeks. Please help. Bob from accounting. Yes. I got you, man. A tree? This looks more like a pineapple than a sisal tree. But we're gonna chop it down anyway. For the wood and the sisal. Why does that look like hemp? Alright, we're gonna wander over yonder who.
Holding your hand like this always gives me a fuzzy
Chat
feeling
log number
inside.
3. I'm concerned that Mian may be allergic to holding my hand. She always gets fuzzy when she does. Ew, it spored on me. I'm bringing home a baby spory tree. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home. Ooh, he spored me. Go on, Mian. I got you. Wipe out.
Thanks.
Really kind of hoping for more aluminum scrap, but beggars and choosers and all that stuff. You know what? It's quite literally just a spore blaster.
Look at us. We look like a couple straight out of a movie.
Pretty toxic movie, if you ask me. Not because of the being a couple in it sort of thing, but because of the literal toxic goo that's all over the place. Can I use my goat powers? I think I can. And that is how you get above the pollutants. Mian is down there getting all polluty. We'll get Mian patched up before we head out.
Thanks.
Got you. Okay, let's go.
I think we're about ready to wrap this mission right on.
Let's skedaddle.
Let's get out of here before another one of those mutant guys shows up.
Doodle skedaddle. I got a Greeno sample. Cool. far too late to actually give this to Chi.
It feels great to exercise together.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna lead me to the research center, which is currently closed, so we're just going home so I don't get Panda Base. But first, somebody tell me how to use my camera so I can let me take a selfie. When do we get to see Nia again? I'm kind of missing her. Okay, I need to put these back on. And that's gonna put my suit up here where I didn't ask for it to be. Okay, now let's run home so we can sleep. And then we'll take Reno to Chi, and he's probably going to be like, I don't know what this is. What on earth are you even talking about? And then we'll have to take it to Mr. By the Stairs, because he's by the stairs. And I think he was selling Greeno, so I want to sleep in this one today. A sandstorm is coming. Wow, I am so not going to read all that right now.
You! Get your behind over here.
Cooper.
Ah, stop it. You're embarrassing me. Let's go home.
I'm gonna stick up for her.
You ain't got a say in this one. I got a bone to pick with you. I thought you building folk were supposed to be good people. Color me surprised when I find out you've been helping Elsie with her shenanigans.
This is what I want to respond, but I think this is going to be throwing her under the bus.
Oh,
So going this route.
Groveling. Couple of words ain't gonna solve this one, no siree.
Come on, Pa. It was all my idea. I was the one that got him to get the book. I've been telling you, they ain't done nothing.
Shut your mouth, Missy. I ain't done yet. You're gonna stay away from my daughter. You hear? And Elsie, they're a bad influence on you. I forbid you from seeing them anymore.
But Pa,
Did I stutter?
you done nothing wrong. Pa, you can't tank this old... I'm done. Mine had her meds. I'm heading back. Hey, I'm sorry.
Get back here, girl. And another thing.
Yeah, we'll listen to it.
Kids these days got no respect. Back in my day, ain't no one dare go against elders or risk the boot. Heck, if I lied to my pa, I'd be running laps around Sandrock in my undies till daybreak. And with 3 brothers, 7 cousins, twice removes, and 2 returning, none of them dared speak out of line. I'm a saint compared to my old man. If any of us break the rule, we'd have to go fishing. Dang, I still get shaken when I see a trap. Fishing ain't sounding bad, but we ain't allowed to come back to it, kind of Chuchinoko. Don't sound so hard, does it? Then you ain't heard of the Chuchinoko. That's a heck of a shy fish. Some say it ain't even real. But I'm telling you, it's as real as you and me.
Is that supposed to be like a chupacabra?
Heck, I nearly caught it once. Got it in my trap. Brought me spinning across the dunes fast as anything. Ain't nothing as strong as the grip of Chuchinoko. Legend says one Chuchinoko can feed a family for a year or more. I don't know about that. Mine got away, but I tell you, it was a big old fish. Heck of a fish. What's for dinner tonight? I reckon Mabel could whip up some salted fish soup.
Mabel's literally broken. What? Salted fish soup? Isn't that just what Elsie got ripped for? Because she made it and drew in the monster? It's as real can be, yes. Is it real? Or is it fantasy? I need to put something on my face to make my face less sandy in this place. I think that'll work. Yeah, it looks like it'll work. Research center, yay! Thank you for the thing that I don't need right now. Amber earrings from Ernest. Thank you. Clean up my inventory. You know what? I should do this button. Then, hey, we got some mushroom strains. Aluminum scrap. 313 to 351. That's better than the cat scratch axe. I guess I can do that one first and then this one. And there. So these over there. Foggy Bussia. Sissel. Raw materials for fabric can be obtained. Cool. Alright. So we got sand wall doing the sand wall thing. Oh, I should have collected my water. Huh. Sandstorm dried it all up. That's fascinating. Interesting. Chromium steel bars. I mean, I can. That's a decent amount of pay. Oh man. Hey, meat stuffed mushroom man. I'm gonna make 7 of them and have them ready. Do that one too. I'm gonna have to pick these and pick them well. There's a difference in living and living well. That one. I thought I was living. We gotta go find Chi. We need to go find. What's that other thing I
Definitely
needed to
feeling
do?
the burn.
Petrified wood out in the desert. I'm gonna stop over here and buy some meat. I'm gonna kick this thing around here. Oh, bye. Thank you. All them too, I guess. Alright, let's go give this sample to Mr. Chimendus.
Fascinating. So this is the source of the canyon's pollution. What does it do?
It just turns people green. It's dangerous. Try some. It smells good.
Is that so? You may be mistaken. This substance seems to be odorless. If I know what this goo is made of, I should be able to create an antidote of sorts, something to neutralize the toxicity. That is, I assume, why you brought it here.
That was the plan.
I'm afraid this substance, despite its superficial function, appears to be rather complex. I may need a few days to analyze it. Bring me 10 data disks as well. Might speed along the work. Well, I'll get to it straight away. Brilliant! I've nearly cracked this substance already. It's made of glycerin, distilled water, but probably much more importantly, Clostridium perfringens extract. It's very interesting.
Classic with the Clostridium perfringens.
These data disks should be enough to fill in the gaps. I'll send you a solution soon, likely by tomorrow.
I'm not sure I want to know what a Clostridium perfringens is. Let's go this way. Research. Pretty soon we're gonna have all the research done. Wonder if it unlocks new research. Research. It's like Snez Naya. It's fun to say it incorrectly. Ooh. There's a person over here that needs something. Wait, what? In the Commerce Guild? Is it Yan? It's not. Where is... What? Confusion. Sandstorm's no reason not to finish your commissions on time. Why, just last year, I mined my way through the roads during an earthquake. Of course, not all of us made it that day. Actually, maybe I called in sick. Well, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Now go, go, go! Oh, it's probably not in there. It's probably on the back side. Where there's like actual... No, maybe not. Eska's Poetry Society closed indefinitely. Oh, here we go. It was next door. Hugo! Here are your bars. Thank you for my money. And my extra money. Because I was faster. And I'm gonna grab... What, the other mushroom guy? Probably. I think it's the best. 13. Ooh, petrified wooden stick. 13 there. 11 there. This is gonna be easier to do. Because I've probably got the stuff to make it already. And if not, before I leave, I'll go grab some. You know, with the sandstorm, the prices should be lower because the market should be down.
Already? Too much time in the workshop.
Theoretically. That's not the case. And also, there it is. I was gonna say, you haven't refilled your inventory, but yeah, we're good. Those. Then we'll go down here and buy all of these. Proximity event? Nobody here? Also, what kind of tracking was that?
Come on in. Sorry. I thought you were a customer.
I actually am this time.
How's it going? Yeah. Slow day here. A lot of slow days lately, as a matter of fact. Usually I don't mind it so much. Nice to have a quiet afternoon or two to myself, but... Well, it is what it is. Can I get you anything? How about a drink on the house?
Is it green Yakmel milk?
Here you go.
It's a rainbow lemonade. Those are Ginger's favorites. Everything okay, Owen?
Yeah, nah. Just tired, that's all.
I don't believe you.
You know. Actually, there is something kind of bothering me. I just got this letter from my folks the other day, checking in on the whole Green Canyon situation. Here, you can take a look if you
Dear
like.
son, Sandrock's been in the news a lot lately. Why didn't you tell us about all these disasters? People turning green? That's no joke. Nobody's going to drink at a bar where the milk turns everyone green. Have you thought at all about selling it and coming home? Well, to Atara, to live with us? If Sandrock is really hitting rock bottom, you need an exit strategy. There's nothing brave about going down on a sinking ship when there's lifeboats available. Seem pretty worried. Sandrock will be fine. Are you thinking of going to Atara? They seem worried. Look at the smiling box in the background.
Yeah, I never in a million years thought they'd ask me to give up the Blue Moon, but here we are. Have to admit I'm a bit worried myself, but never mind. Don't worry about it. Not your problem. I'll get it sorted out. I know you're out there every day doing all you can for this place, so thanks for that.
Good luck with your thing, whatever it is. Come on, you can tell me.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just don't know what to say to my folks. They're getting on in years. Retired out in Atara, and it's working out for them. They love it. It feels strange trying to convince them that the place they built with blood, sweat, tears, and then entrusted to me is worth fighting for. My pa used to be right there at the door half the time, greeting people as they came in. When I was a kid, I used to hide under the tables and listen to him chat with all the adventurers. They'd spin tales about huge monsters and brag about laughing in the face of danger. Then I'd go tell Justice to try and scare him. What I mean to say is, this place is everything to me. I can't just give it up. But I don't want my parents to keep worrying about me either. Even if I did know what to say, I've never been much with a pen. Some stuff just doesn't come out right on paper, I find. I don't think there's any way I can change their mind.
I don't know. What would you do in my shoes? Tell them you're working hard to turn things around. Tell them the story you just told me.
Oh, yeah. You like that, huh? I mean, yeah. My memories and the stories of everyone who comes through here, they all mean something. Maybe they just need to be reminded how much this place means to people. And hey, with people like you behind the scenes, there are always going to be more stories to tell here at the Blue Moon. Dear Ma and Pa, I know what you've been seeing in the papers lately.
Yo, boss, let me order over here.
You're like 6 miles away, sir.
Just a second. Looks like break's over. These are trying times, but I'm doing my best, and I know you are too. We'll get through this. Thanks for chatting with me. Duty calls.
You're okay.
Feels great to exercise together, I'll say.
How many did I need for the other? Oh wait, that was the quest. Cool. Oh, I've already got. Cool. I've got their sticks, not things. So we'll take that one too. That'll be quick. Sweet. Let's go turn these in. Make sure that cast iron pipe's going, because I might have canceled that. I don't remember if I canceled it or just switched it over. Looks like I canceled it. Nope, I didn't. We should be able
Why did you
to
get out so fast? Wait for me.
deliver both of these commissions. Here, brain food. Your Uber Eats order has arrived. Of course, I could learn to start cooking for myself. However, time spent doing so might actually cut into the time required for me to make some breakthrough discovery that has a non-zero chance of saving our planet. So thank you again for potentially saving the world. You're welcome. Also, $1,200 for that. Thank you. Those are some expensive mushrooms. What happens when you order Uber Eats? Alright, mission start. For what? No, what have I done? I think I got cast iron rods and not cast iron pipes. Well, either way, we'll get the wooden, petrified wooden stick commission. That'll be our third one for today, and that'll be a real good payout. 13. Yeah, and the rest of them are quite as good. Ready to go on that one. Grab the rest of my steel. Oh, quality. Quality, man. It's all about the quality. Right? Perfect quality, and mine are outstanding. Nice. So, refine them all. That'll work. Now we got that fixed. We can go drop off 2 of these commissions, make tons of money, and be on our way.
Definitely feeling the burn.
Let's go ahead and wait on that one. Then we'll drop this off, and then whoop, Pablo. This is the first time I have ever been in here. Top of the range, Pro Nitrium Power Cell Extreme 4000. It's all the rage in the drying community. Hair of the Year Award. Sandrock Hair of the Year Award. Though you don't doubt Pablo's skill, you also don't remember seeing any other hairdressers in Sandrock. Kinda neat. Almost looks like stars on that outfit. Get a makeover.
Hello.
Hi. Don't expect any haircuts on the 22nd of spring. That's my birthday. Cut your own hair if you want it so bad. There's your pipe. This is fabulous. Thank you. Actually, a neat little shop you got going here. I need to be buddy with Pablo to enter, but because I've got Mian, I can open the door. Apparently Mian's buddies with everyone. That is totally a mini split unit right there. And also the lights are running off from it. Probably just tied in the same circuit. Probably not recommended. TBH. Heidi-didy-doo, I got a commission for you. Thank you for my money.
Definitely feeling the burn.
So we really need to go to the desert and get some lumber. But I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for today. Yeah. So I'm gonna head in here, and I guess I don't have to sleep to save it in this one, but we're gonna sleep first and then I'll save afterward. Chasing Elsie? That doesn't sound good. Alrighty, so for those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We are here Monday through Saturday at sometime in the PM Central Time. Make sure you follow us. I got my mask on still. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the streaming schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter if you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, if you're enjoying the content there on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and it lets us know what content you guys are enjoying. That's everything for this episode of My Time at Sandrock. Hope you had a wonderful time today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, stay random.